before, this is the consistency I like. So after you prepare your henna, okay, if you didn't watch my video showing you step by step how I prepare my henna, I will link it down below and you can just go and watch it. It's really simple steps and easy to understand. So next, you're going to just have your gloves because henna is a dye as well. So it will dye your fingers and your nails. Trust me, I have learned this the harder way. So if I were you, just put the gloves on, okay? So you have to apply your henna on a freshly washed hair. Now I washed my hair yesterday. It's very dry right now, if you can see, because I couldn't apply right away because it was Sunday and I had to go to church. So I didn't have time to put henna in and sit down for 3 hours, because when you put your henna on, you have to actually sit down for 3 to 4 hours. If you can sit down for the whole day, but never ever sleep with the henna or anything wet in your hair. I don't recommend this because it's just excessive, okay? Don't do that. So that's why I did not put henna yesterday, because I washed my hair Sunday morning and I had to go to church. So I just put in a twist and I find a way to actually make it cute for my outfit without actually thinking into it that much. So now I'm going to show you how I apply. So normally I will apply my henna right after I showered. Like I wash my hair, I don't condition it. So you shampoo it, you make sure it's nice and clean, your scalp is clean, that way, and then you apply your henna. Now because my hair is dry, I'm going to spray. This is just water. I have a little bit of glycerin in to actually re-moisturize my hair, but water is enough. Preferably a little bit warm water. You'll be fine. So my hair is already in section. I don't know if you can see it. It's already in sections. And this helps to apply the henna. Otherwise you have a mess. And another thing is, another tip, make sure you put on something like a black or dark t-shirt, the one you don't really mind get stains on. Like this one is just my normal t-shirt that I do all chores at home, so I don't really care if it gets stains, but henna stain everything. So if I were you, find something you can wear that you don't really mind getting stains. And the place you're working on. Now I'm in my kitchen on the table, so I have something on my table, but normally I apply my henna upstairs in the shower. So over the sink, I put like a plastic or maybe a towel that I really don't care about. I put it over the sink and then I apply my henna that way because I don't want to wash the stains of my sink. So that's the tip number 3, right? So let's get into it. So I'll just take a water and then just spray my section, just the section I want to, work with. Another thing is you apply henna in small section because you want henna to coat every strand of your hair. So basically your hair should be clean and detangled, basically nice and clean and detangled, because your hair needs to be in and do its own job. Now I normally have gray hair. Okay, so my gray hair, every time I put henna on, it becomes reddish. So if you can see here, all this reddish thing you see is my gray hair. If you can see clearly, I have other gray hair, but for this time, you can see it. You have to make sure that your section is nice and drenched. Well, not drenched, really damp. No, really, you don't have to get it like drenched, but it has to be damp enough. So like this one, and I'll take my henna because I use a spoon, so that's what I'll just make sure it's clean in there before I put
Guys,
it down.
there is few tips I want to give
Sorry
you
guys,
when,
if you hear any
when you
noises,
apply your
my
henna.
kids just
Make
come
sure
from
that you
school,
apply
so they're making a lot of
plenty
noise.
henna on your hair. Don't be scared. Make sure that every strand of your hair is coated with henna. And then the second tip is make sure you focus on the scalp. Put that henna on the scalp and massage it on all over your scalp. Trust me, you don't know the benefit of the scalp health when you're using henna. I used to have this cousin who I used to do hair for her. Like, I'll take out the braids and things like that. Honestly, every single time we finish, all her t-shirt and everywhere around where we were walking, there is this white powdered dandruff all over. It was so bad. And then one day I asked her if maybe I can try and put henna on her. First time she refused because she had a dye. She was kind of blonde-ish in her hair, but she said it's gonna ruin her color. So I said, listen, in order for you to have a beautiful hair, you need to take care of your scalp. So let me just experiment this on your hair and then see how it goes. So yeah, I did it, and then on the second time applying henna, her scalp was so clean, her scalp was so healthy. Basically, it was a game changer. And yeah, of course, she went back to being blonde, but since that time she knew, and I knew, that henna actually, whatever they say about scalp health, it was real when it comes to henna. Why did I experiment on my cousin? It's because for me and my daughter, because we always use henna, it wasn't an issue for us, so we didn't have really scalp issue. But yeah, so you make sure that henna is all over your scalp and all over your strands, and then you have to sit with it for like 4 hours, for maybe 5 hours. Sometimes I just sit all day, do the chores, and then wash my hair in the evening. So another thing is, when I'm washing my hair, I don't use shampoo anymore. I use conditioner. Just try and find any cheap conditioner out there and then just use it. Why? Because it gives your hair a slippery, and then those henna that is cut between your strands is slipped out very, very easily. So you do not need to go back and shampoo in your hair. All you need to do is condition your hair. And then the other thing that I did on this video, I didn't show, is I did a deep conditioner. A deep conditioner is where you take a hair mask, a deep conditioning hair mask, and you put it on, and then you sit under the hooded dryer, or you put the plastic cap on for like maybe 40 minutes or half an hour to 45 minutes, and then after that you go ahead and rinse it. You will not have any dryness when it comes to that. When people complain that henna dries their hair, I always tell them it's because you do not hydrate your hair after you use henna. You need to always hydrate your hair by deep conditioning. And then after this, that's why in my previous video I said to use henna twice a month, or maybe if you have scalp health, use 3 times a month, but no more than that, because you need to keep deep conditioning.